Hi there, let's now work on the curriculum page. This is what I want to build. We have a title bar at the top like the About page. Below that, we've got a 2-column layout. The left column has some text and course contents in the form of tables, while the right column is the sidebar which contains the 2 templates that we designed earlier in the course. We'll make use of Ninja Tables plugin to create these tables and then embed them here using their shortcodes. At the moment, we have this lock icon for each entry in the table. In bonus videos, we'll see how to embed a play icon, which when clicked would open a pop-up and play the video. So let's get started. I'll edit the page, exit the full screen mode because I don't like it, and then click Edit with Elementor. Let's also open the page on the front end so that we can keep refreshing it as we are working on the page to see the progress. At the top of the page, we need to have a title bar. Instead of manually creating it again, why not copy that from the About page that we built in the last video? I'll open the About page, edit it with Elementor, copy this section and paste it here. Let's call this curriculum. Hit update and refresh. The title bar looks good. Let's now add a section with 2 columns and set its content width to 1200 pixels. I'll have a margin of 0 on all sides and a padding of 60-20, 60-20. For the first column, I'll have a width of 66% on desktops, which leaves us with a width of 34% for the second column. The left column will have a margin of 20 pixels on the right, and the right column will have a margin of 20 pixels on the left. On tablets and mobiles, both of these columns will have a width of 100%. The top column will have a bottom margin of 40 pixels, and the margin for the bottom column would be 0 on all sides. Let's drag a template widget onto the sidebar and choose the Clarity Session template that we designed earlier. See, it's that easy to work with reusable components in Elementor. I'll add another template widget for the money back guarantee template. And have a top margin of 20 pixels for it. Having such templates enables you to use these components on as many pages as you want. If you need to make a change in any of these, just edit the template once and all the pages will fetch the changes automatically. Let's reload the page to see how the sidebar looks. Looks great. Let's now start working inside the left column. I'll add a text editor widget and adjust its font size. Let me quickly grab the text from here and paste it into the widget. I'll now duplicate this widget and paste the text here. We also need this play icon in the second paragraph. So let's head over to the media section and upload this icon, which is lying on my desktop inside the images folder. Copy its URL and add an IMG tag in the content of this widget. The value of the src attribute will be the URL that we just copied. I'll specify a width of 30 pixels and have play as the alternate text. At the bottom of this page, we have some more text, so let's go ahead and include this too. I'll duplicate the text editor we already have and paste the text. Now, in between this text, we have the course contents. We have a heading highlighted in blue and then have a table underneath. This is repeated for each of the course sections. Let's work on the headings first. I'll add an H3 heading. Change its text. Adjust the font size and font weight. Have a padding of 10 pixels on all sides. Have a blue background color. And have white as the color of the text. Hit update and see how that looks on the front end. Perfect. I'll now add a shortcode widget below this heading. This widget will contain the shortcode of a table, which we'll work on later in this video. For now, just add the shortcode widget and set its margin and padding to 0. Let's copy the heading for section 2. Change its text and also copy and paste the shortcode widget. I'll quickly do this for each of the sections. Okay, so I've included the headings for all sections and also the shortcodes for tables. Let's reload the front end to see if everything looks good. Looks nice. We now need to work on these tables. Let's start with the first table. We'll make use of Ninja Tables plugin that we installed earlier in the course. At the moment, there are no tables. Let's create the first one. I'll specify a title for this table and click Add. We want to have 3 columns in this table. The first one would be serial number. You can customize the column key if you want. This key is used for several things which we'll not discuss in this video, but I'll definitely discuss some advanced usage of this plugin in the bonus videos later on. The data type of this column would be single line text field, and I want to show this column on screens of all sizes. Under advanced settings, let's specify a maximum width of 10% for this column and select center for row content text align because I want the serial numbers to be horizontally centered in this column. Once done, click on Add Column. Let's add our second column. It would be called Title. The data type would be single line text field and the maximum width would be 75%. Select Center again for this column and add it to the table. The last column would be called Action. It would be an HTML field and have a maximum width of 15%. I'll select Center for Row Content Text Align and then click on Add Column. So the structure of our table is ready. Let's style it a bit in the Table Design tab. I will uncheck Hover Rows and Striped Rows. I do not want searching and sorting functionality for the table, so I'll uncheck these as well. But I will check the box corresponding to Hide Header Row because I do not want the column headers to appear above the columns. Under Table Colors, let's select Custom Scheme and have this color for the text. And this color for the border. I do not want pagination, so I'll hide it and also add a CSS class to the table that we can use for further styling using CSS. I will update the settings. Let's now add data to the table. The first table contains 2 rows. The first row will have 1 as the serial number. The title would be Welcome. And the third column would contain an image of a lock. Let's visit the media library and upload that image. Once uploaded, I'll copy the URL of this image, come back to the table, and add an IMG tag in the third column, which is of type HTML field if you remember. Let's have a width of 30 pixels and the word locked as the alternate text and the title. I'll uncheck this box and click on Add. Keeping it checked saves this row and opens this pop-up again for the next row. But I want to show you another way of creating the next row. We can click this icon to duplicate the row. This is a quick way of adding more rows. All we need to do is just change the serial number and the title because the image of the lock in the third column remains the same for each row. So our first table has all the data it needs to have. Let's copy its shortcode by clicking here or here. Come back to the curriculum page and paste the shortcode here. Hit update and reload the front end. The table has been embedded, but I'm not satisfied with the center alignment of the second column. Let's quickly go to the table configuration. And change the alignment to left under Advanced Settings of the title column. Looks better. If you notice, our table has rounded corners. I want to get rid of them and we'll do that using CSS. We added a CSS class curriculum-table to the table and we'll use that to apply some styles to the table. I have changed the font size of the text, made the border radius 0, and also modified the padding around the data. I'll save and upload this file using FileZilla. Clear the cache and reload the page. There you go. Border radius is now gone and the text is slightly bigger. You see this edit table link because we are currently logged into WP admin. Other website visitors will not see this link. Let's move on to the second table. Instead of creating it manually, I'll simply duplicate the first table, change the title and modify the table data. Let me do that quickly. So our second table is ready. Let's grab its shortcode and embed this table on the curriculum page. Looks perfect. So what I'll do now is quickly repeat these steps for all the tables. Sit back, relax, and watch me do it very quickly. I hope you are starting to feel more and more comfortable about how to use this plugin to create and modify your tables. In the interest of time, I'll pause the video here and create the remaining tables. See you on the other side. Welcome back. I have created all the tables. Let's now embed them on the curriculum page. So all the tables have been embedded. Hit update and reload the front end. The page looks perfect. It is fully responsive and the tables look great on all devices. That's it for now. I'll see you in the next video.